I had 3 huge problems with Breath of the Wild's The Great Plateau. Did Nintendo fix them? This video contains spoilers of the Tears of the Kingdom tutorial area. Now that Tears of the Kingdom is out, it's okay for me to criticize Breath of the Wild, right? Maybe. Yes, Breath of the Wild had a lot going for it. An expansive open-world design, beautiful graphics, interesting combat variety, and much more. But certain things were less than charming, in my opinion. Particularly the beginning of the game. Let's look at my big 3 problems with the Great Plateau and what Tears of the Kingdom did differently. After Link emerges from the Shrine of Resurrection in Breath of the Wild, he stumbles upon a vast, barren wilderness. The only inhabitants of this wilderness are enemies, and one seemingly senile Santa figure who knows everything yet fails to explain anything. I understand that not every game must immediately introduce players to other main characters. There can be charm in mystery and exploration. But in other Zelda games, I always enjoyed the special and often comical interactions Link shared with other characters early in the games. In fact, most of Link's adventures begin in a village or community where players can immediately meet neighbors and learn the context of the story. This was not the case with Breath of the Wild. As I wandered the plateau for the first time, I felt a sense of loneliness and abandonment. I wanted someone to talk to and explain why I was there. The few and far between interactions between Link and the old man felt stiff and detached. I wanted to like the old man, to bond with him, to even pity him, but I couldn't. Even his journal presented him as an aloof, possibly crazy vagrant without any admirable qualities. He forgot things and liked ordering Link around for no apparent reason. I wished so much that the game had given me a reason to like him. Then later, when he is revealed to be the ghost of the king and fades away, I would have felt something. I would have been sad to see him go. But I wasn't. I was hoping that the next game would incorporate more of the fun interactions I was used to enjoying at the start of a Zelda game. And let's see what Nintendo did. Oh boy, another ghost? Don't worry, he's not the only one you'll be able to talk to this time. The Sky Islands are home to a new race of creatures known as constructs. There are 2 types, the friendly ones and the ones that try to attack you. Oh, that's bad. The constructs are a nice addition in this new game. Link can interact with them, learn new things, and begin to understand their unique way of life.
So the zone I created you to eliminate trespassers. Wonderful.
Their dialogue is interesting and even a bit quirky at times, and I like their reaction to Link's threatening behavior.
I'm sorry. I did not intend. I wanted to threaten the pots, not you, good sir.
The presence of these constructs on the island makes traversing it more interesting. It punctuates long explorations with flavorful conversations. And even though the constructs are technically robots, they seem to have greater personalities than the old man.
Emotional, damn it!
I believe Nintendo made a great choice when they added a type of life to Sky Island instead of leaving it empty and barren like the Great Plateau. Call it context, setting, or backstory, it's integral to any story. It explains not only what is currently happening, but it also provides a motive for what will eventually happen. Unfortunately, context was lacking in the tutorial of Breath of the Wild. Who am I? No one knows. How did I get here? No, that's not necessary. Why should I obey the old man when he tells me to do random things for apparently no reason? Trust the process. In my opinion, it took too long to reach the answers my mind was coveting. The answers that would have given me purpose for what I was doing and a reason to keep playing. Fortunately, Tears of the Kingdom provided an extra hearty helping of context immediately. The game begins with an excellently paced cutscene that builds the background and sets the scene for upcoming events. Yet it doesn't give too much away. Link wakes up not knowing what happened to Zelda or how long he's been asleep. Mystery is preserved, but the motive, the goal, the reason for playing remains the dead center of everyone's attention. Finding Zelda. This purpose is so much more fulfilling than to make a strange old man happy. Nintendo did us a favor by adding that opening cutscene and creating an enticing, motivating plotline right away. You may disagree with me here, and that's fine. The beauty of games is that we all experience them differently, and we all start playing with different expectations and desires. For me, I'm not an explorer. If I'm wandering, I'm lost. I prefer purposeful exploration with a promised reward, and I love clearly defined objectives. I want to know how to get from point A to point B in the easiest and quickest way possible. I know, it's weird. I had more difficulty in college with do what you want assignments, whereas in-depth, clearly defined do exactly this assignments were just a lot easier for me. Leave a like on this video if you're weird like me, or if you just appreciate human variety. The Great Plateau has actually been complimented for its lack of structure. You can choose to tackle any shrine in any order, no time limit. The problem for me is that I don't feel satisfied not knowing if I'm doing it the right way. And any time spent between shrines feels like empty space, like I'm stuck in the back of a van on a long road trip, longing to arrive at my next destination. Tears of the Kingdom still provides opportunities to make your own decisions, but in certain ways the tutorial is more linear. You can't complete the 4th shrine until you've completed the other 3. There's also a more coherent pathway between shrines, a forward progression that I very much enjoy because it speeds up the travel without detracting from the adventure. I don't have to wander in circles. I can look at my map and march on over at a commanding pace. In this way, I can complete the tutorial quickly and move on to bigger adventures.
It's just done now? Oh, you're very sweet. I rushed through so fast. I did not really take the time to look around very much.
For comparison, though the Great Plateau and the Sky Island are very similar in size, the Great Plateau took me about 6 hours to complete during my first playthrough, whereas the Great Sky Island took me 4.5. I very much prefer the easier to follow progression of the Great Sky Island to the aimless wanderings of the Great Plateau. Although the tutorial portions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are similar in nature, I greatly appreciate Nintendo's updates in the new game. I'm eager to see and talk about what else they have improved. If you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe. It helps me out so much, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, friends. See ya!